Okay. Now let's try this again. Okay. Now let's try this again. Alright, now that you can hear me, now that I can be seen, now that I can spew my word vomit to the internet as a whole, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Alright, now that you can hear me, now that I can be seen, now that I can spew my word... We're going to mute the playback right there. Gotta just get the rest of my screens set up. That there. How is everyone doing this wonderful evening? So, what the plan is tonight, and, update, I'm starting to figure out how all this stuff works. We're going to be doing some Apocalypse work. Going to be porting this over so that I can use it in 10th edition. Now, the only question I have is whether tonight I should work on the bullshit stuff or the regular stuff. Because I'm going to do a bit of weirdness for one of them so that we can just do fun crap, you know? Need to get the studio. And the best part is, the way I have it set up now, I can put on a little bit of this music. Genre. Rock. Apply. We'll go with
Said I made up my mind this time. I'm taking it over.
Alright, let's see. Can you hear me while this is playing? Alright, so, it looks like we have music as well!
Modest tranquility. Said I made
Woohoo! We've got some entertainment while we work!
I'm taking it over.
Now, it's free stuff, so it's not the best, but at least it's not silence. Now, you may not be able to tell, but I am excited on this one. This is gonna be a good show. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Send this to your friends, and let's get a party going tonight while we work on porting over Apocalypse. So, what Apocalypse did that nothing else did? Well, first, stratagems started in Apocalypse. Originally, it was these cards. This is where stratagems came from, to the best of my information. We have different game modes that came with it, as we all know, because that's pretty standard. We had cool setups, like defenders were in the middle, attackers came from either side. I am definitely stealing this one. Oh! And then you have this one. This setup, this looks real cool, having bubbles on the side where you deploy from. Yes, I can work with this specifically. That one's called Crossroads of Death. This one is Pincer Attack. We're not going to have all the fluff in my little thing. I don't think so. I'll figure out something. Maybe we will. I don't know, really. As you can tell, because I've never, more specifically, it has been years since I went over the Apocalypse book, and I never got the chance to really play any of the Apocalypse. Oh, cool, and it auto-plays. Hell yeah. This works beautifully. I'm excited that I figured out how to do the music on this. Hey everybody, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. Now, what Apocalypse did particularly well in this version, you had the different battle formations, and that is what we're going to be building tonight. I believe that's Calgar number 3 right there. Either V2 or V3. And Tank Shock. This is something that they really should bring back. Whoop. Okay. Rather than being just a single thing, you got various things that could happen when you're using Tank Shock and Ramming. They have dumbed 40k down way too much, and it sucks. Good old Baneblade. And like the Stompa, I have no idea how it works now, but the Stompa had its own table for when it went over something. I hope it still does. And like I said last night, the art. And the super huge freaking Flamer template. I don't have this version, but I have the previous version of Apocalypse sets, or dials. That will be making a comeback in my packet here. At least for the Horus Heresy version that still uses templates. What I will be doing, because that's just a hell of an idea for... Because if you remember, you had the bombardment template. That's what this is. The previous version from this was a square of circles. You had the big blast template. You have 5 of them together, and that was the older blast template. This, you could chain your blasts. And these were the original rules, I think. Actually, let's pull that up. And T-A-N-K. This was this was 2012. So this is not the original rules, but these are still awesome rules for the Bane Blade. Here we got the Bane Hammer, got the Bane Blade itself here, got this kind of thing. You've got the Catachan Ambush Patrol. You've got 1 infantry platoon, and you've got 1 to 3 veteran squads. This is the kind of stuff that 40K needs. An Emperor's Fist Division. You got 3 Leman squadrons and 1 Leman formation leader. But and this one, being able to just lob 50 tons of frickin' ordnance into a battlefield. And like, these special rules did important things. This had Ordnance X. It had Apocalyptic Barrage, Ignores Cover, Pinning, and Pummel. Pummel was extra damage depending on how many basilisks were firing at the target. But it's just, this is the stuff that 40K is missing desperately for the flavor that it needs. And I'm gonna do my best to put it back. But we'll get there as we get there. Don't need that on right now. But I am becoming a real live streamer. It's happening finally. Awesomeness. Oh, darn it, I forgot my drink. Like this, I can, with a little bit of purchase power, I can feel this right now. My computer's making noises. The Shadow Sword. The Hammer of the Emperor. This is one of the best tanks available. Actually, let me pull something up real quick. This is an interesting question. It was 455 points then. Estimate return, codex, data sheets. Scroll down. It's 410 points now. It went down. But like this. This would be a hell of an Arab set to throw out on the board. Steel Fury Baneblade Company. 3 to 5 Baneblades. This one, my favorite battle taxi. Let's see what it went. And it can still carry the same number of passengers. That's awesome. But more This, right here, this is something you should be able to put onto the battlefield. The Space Marine Company. 1 captain, 1 command squad, a chaplain, 3 dreadnoughts, and 10 squads of the Space Marines. First Company veterans. And there's not even First Company veterans really anymore. And the Space Marine librarians. 5 Space Marine librarians or 5 rune priests. But the First Company is 1 Terminator captain or Captain Lysander, 1 chaplain, 10 units, any combination of the following. 1 chaplain, 1 command squad, 3 venerable dreadnoughts, and then 10 units in any combination chosen from the following: Terminators, Terminator Assault Squad, Vanguard veterans, or Sternguard veterans. We barely got the Terminator Assault Squads, and we don't have a Vanguard veteran squad. And then masters of the chapter can be put into a single unit. 1 chapter master, 1 maybe honor guard squad, and 4 to 10 captains. That's a hilarious unit to put just because that'd be fun. Predator squad, 3 to 5 predators. The Scout Company, 1 captain and 10 scout squads. The Imperial Fist Titan Hammer squad. This would be fun to be able to run, even though I don't play Imperial Fists. I know somebody that does. Ooh, the Thunderhawk. One day I'm gonna have one of these. The Blood Angels Company, Black Rage, Astaroth for Grim, 3 Death Company squads, 1 must include Lamartes. He just came out, didn't he? I can look that up here. L-E, not L-A. I just read that. Blood Angels, Codex, data sheets. Okay, yeah, Lamartes is here, so we could run this. Except, well, no, they have a form of Death Company Dreadnought now. Good that they got this one, which is Death Company Tycho, set to 0 or 1, because he's gone. Lucifer Armored Task Force, 2 Ball Predators, 2 Predators, 4 Land Raiders, any type. Captain Tycho, can't run this one. Honor Guard, and 3 Tactical Squads. 1 Captain, 1 Chaplain, 1 Sanguinor, 10 Assault Squads, 1 Honor Guard or Sanguinary Guard. And then we get into the great companies. See, this is just a section. You can run multiple of these. One Ragnar Blackmane or Wolf Lord, one Wolf Priest, one Rune Priest, 0 to 1 Iron Priests, one Wolfguard Battle Leader. We just barely got those back. One Wolfguard pack. We've got 3 versions of that now. 0 to 2 Thunderwolf Cavalry, 5+ Grey Hunter packs, 3 Blood Claws and or Sky Claw, and we don't have a Sky Claw of any real kind. Be right back, just hold on a second. Need to grab a drink. Okay, I'll my drinks are inside. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I need water. But good old Bjorn the Fell-Handed. No, that's Logan Grimnar. What am I saying? Losing my mind, that's what I'm saying. But this one can't be used really because there's no Wolf Lords on. Or there's no Wolf Lord on Great or on or Wolf Lord Wolfguard, and Canis Wolfborn is gone. This one could be fielded because Master Belial, Deathwing Knights, and Deathwing Terminators have all been updated. Attack bikes are gone. There's one there. The Black Knights are still there, and the Dark Shroud is still there. But the Mutilators are gone too, I'm pretty sure. So I've got music to the stream now, and I can't be dinged for it. It's cool. And I'm figuring out how to use the software so I can switch back and forth with the press of a button. Just be excited for me, Mark. So I'm using OBS Studios. I'll have you come over and I'll show you how it works, but it's working a lot better for everything I need. Yeah, I've got my... Well, actually, let's see if I can... Very nice. But I'm just going through the Apocalypse book now, so... And I know you've seen this one. There's just so much in this book that we should still be able to do. And they should still have this. So how was your midweek, end of the week, I guess? No, this is the one that I told you I found online. Yours is the 9th edition. That's still in my truck. I'm going to go over that on stream later. Maybe tonight, maybe not. But that's in my pickup right now. This one's 7th edition. 2012 was 7th edition, right? Now, one of the failings of that version is they don't have the cool pictures. Very nice. Right now I've got some work on Friday. Hopefully it ends quickly. That's why my playback is so far off. But yeah, we need to pick a place to start and start. Because one of the things that I'm gonna do, Mark, is I'm gonna, instead of putting things that like the jumpy dudes, the fast movers and regular walkers together, all the fast moving stuff can go together. None of the fast and none of the slow can go together, because that does not make sense, and I don't know why they did that in Ninth. Let's look for the town. I don't think anybody really did. It put way too many brakes on things. Tyranids. Drones. There's the town. Are these still a thing? Let's pull this up. Because, like, part of what I'm having to figure out is what still exists that I can put in companies. Empire. Okay, this can still be put in because the Razor Shark is still on the app. I don't know if it's available for purchase. See, like Pathfinders and Fire Warriors, those going together, that makes sense because they've got the same movement. Hunting Pack. Riptide has a 10-inch move. That has 10-inch move. Stealth suits. Those only have an 8-inch move. These wouldn't work together because these two are 10, that's 8. This would be, or this would limit, or that would limit these two. Unless... Huh. And crisis suits are going to be hauling butt to the front lines. The Riptide is the I'll figure it out. Probably you'll find I'll probably figure that out later. Put something else in this, because that doesn't seem to work. 3 Riptides together, that works. And like this one, the balance on this one is off to me. Only 1 Devilfish with 2 to 4 Sky Rays. The theory behind that is have infantry to protect your artillery, but only 1 squad of infantry to protect up to 4 Sky Rays. That's not right. Fortifications. Back in the days when fortifications weren't crap. Yes. Yes, they do. They have the Lucifer Armored Task Force, Black Rage, and Wings of Sanguinius. See this. It annoys me because we would have to go back to to 9th edition to be able to play this fully because we don't have Captain Tycho anymore. I don't know why they got rid of Captain Tycho. But this we can run right now. Yeah, of all the Blood Angels players, I know 6 Blood Angels players. 1 bought him. But my point being that they took him away and now it can't be used at all. This one, however, I would love to put this on the board. Although, we really can't because we don't have Swift Claws. Yeah, but so did the last, dang it, what's his name? Logan Grimnar. But they updated Logan and made him look good. There's just so much in 40K that's missing. One of the things that I need to figure out, I need to see how to link Zoom so that I can bring you and Eric onto the show. Easier for you guys, at least. True. Wata. Keep running over my hose. Yeah. I'm just really excited that I'm finally figuring this thing out because it's going to make a lot of the stuff that I want to do a whole lot easier. And, Mark, you gotta admit, having a little bit of background music makes it just a little bit nicer. Especially when you have to look at this ugly mug. Although I've got to figure out... Maybe. Hold on. I'll hear it in a second. Still tweaking with the... Okay, no, that turns the music off. So, have to have a little bit on, and then bring the volume down here. But enough jabbering about doing things. Time to do things. Spin this back around. So, and I am going to do this with the app open so that I can check my work and get movement or take movement into account. Alright, have fun. Good night.
I can tell we need to talk about things, so I'll let you start. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I understand that. You need help with what you say? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, because the last time that we talked about this, I felt like I was really clear. I gave you everything that you needed to hear, but you're still asking me for more. No, I'm just trying to understand what you're asking for, because the only thing that I can't really describe right now is how angry I am about you not listening to what I said before. You're just not listening. You're projecting and you're not listening. You're not listening. No, you're not listening. All right, what do you have to say? I'm listening. You make me feel like I'm losing my mind. I said it, and you're still not understanding. I've given you everything that you've been looking for. What else could I do? What else?
I'll need to plug in my heater soon. Flippy hair, flippy hair. Oh. What are you? Ranged weapon, shade. What can the Darkstrider lead? Pathfinders. Okay. What do the Pathfinders do? That is the question. Abilities. Scout 7 for the greater good. Okay, more spotter shenanigans. I wish you could bring the list down to better ways. One, two, three. Genre alt. Down. Razor Shark Strike Fighter. Ranged weapons. Accelerated burst cannon, missile pod, quad ion turret, overcharged, and secret missile. Hello, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. So, what we're doing this evening is I've been talking for days about starting to port over so, Eric, I'm finally figuring out how to work OBS Studio. I can now flip back and forth between this camera and that camera and be able to be seen. And I can now put on the audio library that YouTube Studio has. Yes. Yes. But, I had a question. Yeah. It makes things easier. So much easier. Because I've got a little box here that's got the two different icons. That's what it was. Strike teams. I know nothing about them. Are they good? Because what I'm doing is... where did I put the book? There, I put the book. Sorry, losing everything. We've got the squads like this in okay. We've got the squads like this. Alright, because like I said, we've got the multiple unit squads in the Apocalypse book, and I'm trying to figure out what to put together into squads for my Apocalypse port. So I've got, in this, 1 to 3 Cadre Fireblades, 1 to 3 Breacher teams, 1 Pathfinder team, and 1 to 3 Strike teams. Okay, so it's Breachers with different arm. Okay. Turn this down just a hair. Alright. And then I figured this was a good pod to bring on its own. 3 Vespids. Or 3 to 5 Vespids, I should say. Okay. And Pathfinder, that's good where it's at, right? did I put my... There I put my water. Ah, okay. I could have... No, it was Breachers that you said weren't all that... No, what was it you said a while back was just not good for the points that it was, or cost? Yeah, you said one of the infantry squads wasn't nearly as worth taking as the rest. Okay. And then I figure for Apocalypse, trying to bring in some air wing would be better for her in that case. So I've got this. Yeah, and one of the problems with 9th edition Apocalypse was they put, like, yeah, that's kind of what the thought was. They put fast movers with standard infantry and kept the infantry all at the same speed. Yeah. But, like, one of the things that should be able to be done, you've got this huge unit that acts as a single unit. And it's just, it annoys me how, or some of the changes that they've made for 40K. Like, I need to get $40 billion to buy freaking Games Workshop. So how was your day, Eric? And I've got a better microphone coming, so that's going to be good. I am all over the place tonight. Same. Freaking, I had to go to Alto, and boy, oh boy, that ate my whole freaking day. I didn't get done until 6. I didn't pull back into the yard until 6:45. Um, I think it's December 4th. I'll get back to you on the actual time, but they've got another reveal show that they're going to be doing in December, I think on the 4th. Yeah. So I'm not building a list. I'm just putting things together that would naturally go together. Like I'm gonna do for the crisis suits. I'm gonna do. Um, I will put. Come on, my phone is not helping me. One Commander Farsight. Um, 1 to 3 of the either commander in or one or two of commander in either Cold Star battlesuit or Enforcer battlesuit. With the standard restriction of if you use Commander Farsight, you can't use the Ethereals. And probably 5 of the where'd they go? 5 of the crisis suit teams, whichever flavor. Now, question. The Dark Strider here. I see him. He looks like he's tailored to go with the broads or well, he is tailored to go with Pathfinders. Okay. That makes sense. What? Because his abilities seem good. Because it keeps enemy units and a +1 to the wound roll for the Pathfinder squad he's attached to. My question is this a single person or is this a special class of leader? Time for more water. Oh, Epic Hero. Okay. Never mind. I'm dumb. I have it right here and I freaking just didn't push the button. So... Huh. So because this is Apocalypse and I'm essentially completely ignoring most of the list building rules, I could put 5 Pathfinders, or 5 Breachers, or, yeah, 5 Breachers, put the 3 Cadre Fireblade with the Breachers, and have an extra one to have, or an extra squad to have him with them. Yeah. Or should that be her? Leave the battle line here and do a special Breachers cadre. See, we can play test this with other stuff to make up the difference. What is the broadside? Broadside only has 5-inch move. Yeah. But the music makes it a little better, doesn't it? And tomorrow we will find out whether this music that they have on here for use really is duty free. No, like I said earlier, what I'm doing is I'm porting over the Apocalypse stuff to 10th edition using available, units. I'm just starting with Tau. This is rough draft number 1. Well, essentially half of what I'm doing is copying what's in the 7th edition book. And what were you thinking? What's your idea? Yeah, that would work. Do you have a Zoom account? Alright. What I'm thinking, I'll figure out I'm gonna figure out if I can do this, to make it easier on you and Mark, get a or figure out how to um, live stream with Zoom on the screen to be able to do it just wherever we're at. Awesome. I'm resetting my password because I had one apparently. But I think I'm going to finish learning the technical stuff, call this one a night, and come at it again tomorrow night. Because I'm pretty sure there's other stuff that I have to do. Yeah. But I will talk to you, Eric, in a few minutes. And everybody else, I shall see you next time. Where's my cursor?